welcome back to the channel. So, today was finally the day to take the V100 for its first few spins. Here are my first impressions. At this point I racked up a little over 100 miles and I am much happier now than after my first few short rides. Initially I was not comfortable on the bike, but with adjusting the handlebar, shift lever and getting used to the seat, which at this point is the heated standard comfort seat, I'm getting the bike dialed into my liking. I'm sure there will be further fine-tuning, but I feel that I have created a decent baseline. So, what do I think of the new generation Guzzi? That will be the way forward for the brand? Well, let's assume instead of owning 5 bikes, I could only choose one. And yes, you guessed it, this would be the one to own for me. Although I will say, and that actually surprised me a bit, the V100 actually made me miss my V85. But more on that later. Without a question, the star of the show is the new water-cooled engine that Moto Guzzi created. And boy, is that motor a home run. I am genuinely surprised how strong it pulls from pretty much any situation without any fuss. And mind you, I decided not to ride it like I stole it, as I usually do, but to actually take it easy the first 600 miles. So I have not gone past 6000 RPMs, yet it feels plenty powerful. If I had to describe the character of the bike in one word, it would be effortless. Let's move on to the suspension. The Navale has the base model suspension, and while I have not ridden the S model yet with the active suspension, my Kawasaki ZH2 had active suspension, so I kinda know what it feels like. I am happy to report, even without tweaking, to me at my weight, the base suspension feels great and gives the bike a rather sporty character when the road starts to bend. It leans over effortless, yet feels very stable. Since the bike is on the heavy side when it comes to weight, Moto Guzzi did a good job with the overall setup of suspension, brakes and throttle mapping to hide the weight of the bike. You can feel it while standing still and in low speed situations, but once you get going, it feels very light and nimble. Unfortunately, Moto Guzzi decided to carry over some annoyances from the previous models that I hope to get addressed. The cruise control still keeps flashing green when on but not activated, and the self-canceling turn signals still take 40 seconds or 500 meters to cancel, rendering them virtually useless. A lot of people have been complaining about the implementation of the quickshifter, so I added it to my bike nevertheless to find out for myself. Like many other quickshifters, you are better off to shift first to second manual, as it did not feel very refined. Third to sixth upshifts are fine for me, although not always consistent. The downshifts on the other side are flawless and an absolute joy. I actually started upshifting more and more via clutch towards the end of the day, as it actually felt more satisfying, and that hydraulic clutch is actually very good. The seating position is overall comfortable, but not V85 comfortable, which is a bit of a surprise to me, given the fact that Moto Guzzi advertises this as a hybrid touring machine. What I miss the most is the ability to move around in the seat after a while of riding. I will need to get more seat time to really get a better understanding how the setup performs long distance. On the other hand, for spirited riding, the seat is a A+ for me, as it was effortless to shift side to side. Let's move on to the dash. While I was not 100% sure after seeing initial pictures and videos, I am happy to say that Moto Guzzi did an excellent job here, and thank you for a normal rev counter. Triumph could learn a thing or two here with their street triple. And yes, I'm still a little bit salty here. To get back on point, the operation and indication of the various components is very well laid out and easy to understand. The highlight for me has to be the tire pressure monitor. It is such a peace of mind knowing exactly in real time what your tire pressures are doing. To wrap it up, I think Moto Guzzi has a winner on their hands with the V100. Although, given its price point and intended use case, it may not be for everyone, and I don't expect to see this as a volume seller. But it does make me very confident that Moto Guzzi will definitely be around for another 100 years if they keep building bikes like the V100 going forward. Up next will be my modifications so far, so stay tuned for that. And if you look closer at my bike in this video, I'm sure you already spotted a few. Until next time, keep it on 2, be safe, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.